Welcome to Archetypal Atrocities, the show where we play bottom of the barrel Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. Each week, Jules and myself will spin a wheel to determine what archetype we'll be playing for that week. In addition, we will open 3 specially curated packs and pick a card from each of those packs to use in the deck for that week. We are allowed to play staples, but only if they support the archetype we get, and we can only play 1 copy of them in our decks. The winner of each week will get an extra pack they open for the next episode, while the loser will get to spin a loser wheel with multiple results on it, such as choosing your opponent's deck or moving an archetype from your wheel. The loser will also be able to play 2 copies of a staple as opposed to just 1. Now that that's out of the way, let's dig into some trash. Here we are, we're back on our loser wheel because we got pretty destroyed by Magnet Warriors. XYZ needs just too much going on, and the opponent needs to not do anything for it to even come close to functioning. So we didn't really get anything, but because of that, we're back on the loser wheel and we're going to spin something, hopefully get something a little cooler, see what we're going to be winding up with, and it looks like we will take it, won't complain. Let's go ahead and get that used. Alright, and we're back on the wheel. You might notice there's a lot more archetypes in here compared to last week. We found a lot more stuff like Mutant, Gusto, Rescue Ace, a bunch of stuff we could add onto the wheel that wasn't on the wheel before. So here we are, and again, if you ever see something that you don't see on the wheel, but maybe it should be on the wheel, do let us know down in the comments below. But let's go ahead and see what we're playing with this week. We do have that reroll ticket, should we desire it. Hopefully we can keep that in the bank, but we'll see. Jirak, I like Jirak. I think we're keeping it.
Alright, hey, we are on a bit of a hot streak right now. Let's see if we can actually get 3 in a row. That would be pretty cool. With new decks in the wheel, there's a decent chance to get something nice or something not so nice, you know? So let's just see how things go. BS. Okay, I know they're bad. This is in junior format. I can't just normal summon Tetran.
Alright, here we go with a pack opening. No webcam, it's having little issues. Part of duality, this deck doesn't actually really special summon all that much, so that actually might be worth putting in. We'll see what we do. Fairy box, of course, is always the staple of bad stall, so we might just cop the fairy box. Alright, going on to pack number 2. Red Reboot is funny, probably not playable enough. Threatening War might honestly be the play, because Dracs are not really good, so they kind of need the stall to work, so we might just do the Threatening War and just play some nice stall Drac. Right, and moving on to our last pack, Mind Control could be okay. Night Beam maybe in the sideboard. None of these cards are too spectacular, they're kind of whatever. We might just probably put the Night Beam in the sideboard probably out of this pack, I feel like. But overall, not the worst thing in the world. Mind Control is actually pretty decent. We'll see what we do with it.
And let's hope our packs can help us as much as possible. Black Horn of Heaven negates summons. That's pretty not bad. But Bottomless is also probably better, realistically speaking. So we're going to take the Bottomless. And then next pack, Moon Mirror Shield. Probably. I don't know. If the deck seems like it just has, nothing going for it, we just need to buy time, I'll throw in the Vengeful Bog. But I'm probably just going to take the MMS. And then pack number 3. Oh, yay. Cupid Pitch. Not the right week for you. Probably gonna just be that fairy box, honestly. And then finally our 4th extra pack, and sure, I'll probably take a Book of Moon. If we've got the levels for trade-in, which we might, I'll probably take that, but yeah, Book of Moon's fine.
Alright, here's the deck profile. If someone got a webcam, I'll be back for the duel. Playing Drax, this deck's kind of all about just kind of dealing combat damage and flooding the field with effects that trigger off of destroying certain cards. So the Aloe, I definitely said that wrong, can tribute itself to special summon a level 4 lower Dirac from the graveyard, so it's kind of a way to kind of get our levels right, because it's a pseudo-synchro deck. Dino, when it destroys an opponent's monster, we can tribute a Dirac to draw 2 cards, which is not the greatest effect, but it's a level 3 tuner, which is nice. The Galeem, when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, the opponent can discard a card to negate the effect, otherwise it pretty much traded with the monster that destroyed it, which is pretty nice, so it's kind of just an easy trade most of the time. Gwaiba, pretty much if it destroys the opponent's monster by battle, we special summon a direct monster from our deck with 1700 or less attack, which I think almost all of them have that, except the big levels. Hera, when a defense-resistant direct monster is destroyed by battle, we can just special summon the card from our hand. It's pretty decent stat, pretty easy special summoning, because this Spencer Syndrome probably playing defensive, so it's pretty solid. Monolith can attack every opponent's monster once each. The Prototypes gains 100 attack for each monster the opponent controls. Terra, if it ever attacked, the attacking monster goes back to the hand, and then it gains defense equal to the returned monster, so it's pretty much kind of like a Hane, but if it sticks on the field, it just gains more defense rather. Stariko, if it's ever destroyed by battle, we just special summon 2 tokens, which pretty much is exclusively for Synchro. Titano can be special summoned, so it's only going to be tribute summoned rather, And then once per turn, we can balance a direct for 700 less attack from the graveyard, and then it gains 1000 attack, so it's a way to kind of boost up pretty high. Time around this, we can tribute a Dino monster, permanently make it 500, and when it destroys an opponent's monster, it just gains 300 attack permanently. Very good effect. It is still a 2 tribute monster, so we don't want to brick on it, so that's why we're only playing the 1. Below, when the face-up attack as a monster is destroyed by battle sense in the graveyard, we just spell summon another drag from our deck. The big evolution pill, it pretty much requires us to tribute a Dino monster to activate it, and then we can normal summon level 5 or higher dinosaur monsters without tributing. We don't really have too many, but if it does ever come up, I think it's worth. Actually, I think I'm only going to play one of these now that I'm seeing it in action. Fossil Dig just searches out for any dino. We're playing 2 mind controls from our pack to steal an opponent's monsters, so if Jules has certain levels we want for our synchro plays, we can make those work, because they're all generic except for Meteor, but even then, Meteor is not that good. 2 Fairy Box to stall. 2 Survival of the Fittest, which pretty much is just an equip spell on the trap card. It gives 1000 attack to any dinosaur monster, and then if it ever destroys an opponent's monster, it gets 2 attacks. And then 2 Threatening Wars to stall. We just have an extra Alio and Hera in case you want to take anything out and put something in. The Giganto is probably the best synchro, just gets all Drac monsters 200 attack for each Drac in our graveyard. The Felifito gets attack and defense based on the original attack of the synchro monster of the synchro material used for the synchro summon. And then it has a Drillroid effect. And then Meteor just destroys all cards on the field when it's synchro summon, and then we just bring a tuner back, so it just nukes everything and you get a tuner. Not exactly the greatest. Overall, I'm not too sure what to expect. Kind of depends on what Jules is on this week. It could go good, it could go poorly. This deck's not the worst on the wheel, but it's definitely unideal. We'll see what happens.
So, yeah, this is one of those weeks where your deck just, has to be 3 of everything that's in the archetype, and then as many, justifiable, splashable, not too good one-ofs that you can manage. And here we are. This deck is a pile of 40 cards that will attempt to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is the only thing I can really say about it. Yeah. Easy deck tech, not even a full 30 seconds.
Here we are, 32 Archetypal Atrocities. I know how my deck works this week. I just don't expect it to work well, because that's just the nature of the archetype.
I know my deck doesn't work this week, because that's just the nature of the archetype.
So whose deck works the least well is the theme of this episode. Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn. I was a rock.
I was like, do I go for the stubborn or do I go to...
I had to embody a rock and I sunk like a rock.
You can...
I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't think it'll help my deck regardless. Okay.
Weird hand.
Agreed.
I think we'll do America's favorite combo, the good old T-set pass.
I think I might have opened, maybe the one decent card in my deck. Since it's going to reveal what I'm on, and thus that I'm going to lose. Basically, I'm going to lose the episode by playing this card, thus revealing my archetype. But, since I control no monsters, I can normal summon without tributing the one, the only, BS, Big Core, and Mark II.
Yo. Oh shit, it's Gradius.
Go into battle, let's see what you got.
Also, it doesn't get to counter because that's only on special summon.
Right.
In case you thought that card was too good.
Right, that's what it was.
Well, it's gamble time.
Right.
The staple of bad archetypes.
Well, heads always shreds, and I will never go off of it because sunk cost fallacy will keep me from going insane. Heads always shreds.
That was definitely the right call, otherwise this would have gotten huge. I'm playing, it was the Drac Terra. But since the card was attacked, it Hanes your card, so it goes back to hand.
I'm actually fine with this. This is actually optimal. Basically Ragavan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay 500. I don't think Gradius can out-game me anytime soon.
You are probably correct.
Let us dig for some fossils.
Mm-hmm.
And we will add, probably this one? Question mark?
I didn't even think about throwing in any generic extra deck cards. They didn't deserve it.
Look at this dude.
They're lucky I gave them Oil Man. Alright. Set a monster.
Okay. Big plays.
Yeah, right?
I'll pay 500. And I will normal summon the Gueba.
Mm-hmm.
Combat, let's see if I break something.
You have killed my favorite Ninja Turtles villain, the Shredder.
And since I can join an opponent's monster battle, I can spell summon a Dirac with 1700 attack or defense from my deck, but it can't attack because it can't be too good.
When you search Effect Text Machine in Dueling Book, there are 17 pages of results, but almost all of them are archetype cards.
That sounds about
Earth
right.
Machine is a great pile of deck, but it's all 20,000 different unique archetypes that are thus not allowed in the show. Earth deck support is non-existent. Like, there's just no good machine support. That, like, all the machine support is just tied to other archetypes. I could have maybe looked for other Earth support, but you know what? I can't even do that because the BESs aren't all Earths. There's also waters and darks and every other attribute besides light, which, you know, would have been handy because there's, like, light machines that I could have used instead. But, you know, no synergies allowed.
Yeah, the ships can't synergize for whatever reason. This Archetypal, will have one good card.
Oh, do I take damage, right?
No, that one can't attack.
Oh, right, they're summoning sick. Funny.
Yeah, Gueva free spells them from deck, but nope, they just gotta chill for a turn.
I guess since you control more monsters than I do, I will special summon BES Blaster Cannon Core.
Sure.
We'll normal summon Oil Man.
Yo.
We will then equip Blaster Cannon Core with Oil Man. We will activate Rare Metal Morph. Blaster Cannon Core.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a spell. It's a spell effect negate. It's like if you have a pack card Fissure, I've owned you now.
Yeah, you got me there.
The machine support was so dire, and all of this just is. Do I get a heads?
Yeah.
It will be. Oh well. Can't even be mad. It's BES. If anything, it's just lessening my suffering. Oh, but I did battle, so I lose a counter. Uh-oh.
I love how that's like the least flavorful like thing they could have done. It's based on Gradient. That's not how Gradius works. Funnily enough, that rare Metamorph actually might have saved you from dying this turn.
Exactly. I was like, it's bad, but it's just narrow enough that it might come up. So you gotta fill a slot. And it's also like some attack, you know. It's a 3k if Fairy Box comes my way.
Yeah.
Oh god, Rare Metal Morph is the best card in my deck now.
Yeah, I'll just set a card, put this to defense, and I will end the turn.
Gotcha. I will. Well, that doesn't do much of anything. Now it does it. As much as I kind of want to just sit on him as like a wall and not remove another counter, I kind of want to just fish for the card draw on Oil Man. Because I kind of fucking need cards, so heads always shreds.
Alright.
Damn. I take 4.
That's not too bad.
uh...
Alright. Stand by me.
Oh yeah, counter gone. Whoop.
Tribute this, and I will tribute this for the Direct Titanio. Unaffected by trap and monster effects.
Gotcha.
I'll set a card. I don't think there's much else I can do, so I will pass. I just realized some anti-synergy, and I somewhat regret my choice now, but that's fine.
Let us see if heads will shred one time.
Okay. No.
No, it will not.
Pick the wrong team.
We go again. Unbothered. 'Tis the BES way. You die, you go again. You die.
Very low accurate. Yeah, it's not the worst. Not the worst hand in the world. We're upgrading to the V set in pass.
Ooh. Okay, so I opened the card I needed. BEF Zelos.
Oh no, it's the field spell that does everything.
Yeah, which will then add Boss Rush to my hand.
Yep.
Well, before I play Boss Rush, I'll normal summon.
Okay.
Because Boss Rush says you cannot normal summon or set. So let's just... And then I will use BEF Zelos to special summon a BES from my hand.
Yep.
So I will special summon out the Junior Journey staple, BES Tetran.
Okay.
Which will get an extra counter on it. Only one counter because it was a special summon, so... But it does get the one counter. And I will remove that counter to pop that back row.
Am I okay with that? Yeah, I guess I'll just rip it. I'll activate it.
I see. Set 1, set 2, set 3.
Let's see, a lot of back row.
Yeah, I only have like not that much back row in the deck. The deck is mostly monsters, but I just keep drawing like all of it, I guess. I cannot declare an attack this turn, so
I'm going to mind control your Shredder.
I will, in response, use EMR. I will tribute Shredder to pop the other back row.
Target one card on the field for the... What a strange card.
Right? Had to dig deep.
Yeah, that'll die. That was the anti-synergy card, because the boss monster you can't equip because they can't be targeted by trap effects. That's fine. I'll flip summon this dude, who I'm not going to pretend I can pronounce. I'm going to go to combat and crash it.
Alright. So, you will take 18.
That sounds right. Actually, yeah.
And then, yeah. And then, since a BES is destroyed, Boss Rush, let's see, special summon one BES or Big Core from my deck.
Yep.
I will summon...
And they also get 2 tokens.
Yeah. I'll special summon a Big Core Mark III, which, since it was special summoned, it gets the 3 counters plus the 1 from BEF Celos.
Yep. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about Boss Rush, but that's okay. Kind of problematic. I should not have done that.
Use the effect of BES Celos to summon from hand BES Covered Core,
Okay.
which gets only 1 counter, and it basically is going to force me to play Fairy Box with just it, which is really funny.
What a card.
Alright, so going to battle, I will Heads Always Shreds.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Bye-bye token.
So that one gets to stay alive. Shocking. And then BS Mark III will go in, and then it will lose a counter. And that's my turn.
Alright, I'll set this card and end the turn.
Alright. Let's see if Heads will shred. It does not.
Yeah, well, this makes effect
So
a lot
we'll lose a
worse.
counter.
So this will die, and then you can either... That card either gets destroyed, or you have to discard a card.
Ah, I see. I think I would like my I would like my covered core to be destroyed, please.
Are you sure? You don't want to trigger that danger in your hand?
I'll grab out.
I also really hate the Angelium. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. It's very uncomfortable.
We will summon another Mark III,
Seems good.
and then it will attack direct.
So that's 32, and I'm dead.
Woohoo! We got one.
Yes, got a game. Yeah, direct spawn
I
is...
opened the field spell, and that's all it took. But that's all I can do too. So double-edged sword.
I mean, as far as a Drat goes, they have quite literally no comeback factor, so sometimes it's all you need.
This is a hand.
Alright, now I've downgraded. I've done every main 3. Huge.
Not do much.
I guess this duel book just had a number, so I have to count the stars when I'm trying to figure out levels.
Honestly.
I'm going to normal summon the Monoloth.
Mm-hmm.
And I will flip summon this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And we will Synchro 5 for the Velfito. So attack and defense are the combined... are equal to the original attack of the 2 monsters, so it's 2k.
Cool.
2,000. And then it just has the drill rate effect.
Well, yeah, that will drill. My Vic Viper T301. It was another spaceship. I was like, well, we will, since you control more monsters than I do, I will special summon the BES Blaster Cannon Core.
Wow.
Then I will normal summon Oil Man.
It's back.
The one and the only. And he will move to equip. Battle, I will attack over.
So I'll take just 500.
Yes, and I will draw a card from Oil Man. Vindicated.
We'll just set one and the turn. Drac special.
Wait, I lost the counter. Got two. Almost forgot. Can't be too good.
What a horrible gimmick to have.
Right? I mean, I guess I will destroy your monster.
It is the one. You can either discard or destroy.
I'll discard for sure. Goodbye. BS covered core. I don't want to play fairy, but no, not set. Graveyard. And then since I destroyed Galim, I'll draw off Oil Man. Main 2. We will activate the BF Zealous I just drew.
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, I was like, thank you, Oil Man.
Oh, man.
Boss Rush to hand. Activate Boss Rush. We will use the effect of BES Zealous to special summon a BES Big Core Mark II.
Yeah.
Special summon so it gets 3 plus the 1. Pass.
Top decking the field spell might have won you the game.
Oil Man, let's go! You will use the effect of BEF Zealous to summon a BES Big Core. It only gets the singular counter.
Okay.
We'll go to battle. Big Core will attack.
Alright, so it will kill it, but it will bounce back to hand.
Gotcha.
Which is frankly better for you.
Maybe. I mean, I want them destroyed because of Boss Rush, so... Yeah, and then these two get in. Counter, counter, and then... Hat.
I will normal summon this dude. It gains 100 for each monster you control, so it'll be at 29. And I'll set a card and pass.
Gotcha. We will use BEF Zealous to special summon BES Crystal Core, who gets only 1 counter, thanks to Zealous. I will use the effect of Crystal Core. Once per turn during my main phase, I can change one face-up protection monster your opponent controls to face-up defense position. So I will move to battle. We will go Blaster Cannon Core.
Yeah, you got it. I was hoping the maybe cheese was survival of the fittest.
Valid. I did not expect... I guess, I know, opening Zealous is the only way this deck does literally anything, and I happened to draw it, so yay.
It's very much, yeah, like, if you have Zealous, especially in this format, you probably win, because you just have a constant stream of monsters. If you don't, as we saw in game 1, you just
line of idiots.
Yeah. Like, you don't have Zealous, you lose, you do, you probably win the game.
Yeah.
It truly does.
I guess Jurak was worse than I expected. I was like, oh, Jurak. In my head, I was like, oh, Jurak seems like it'll be fine, but you were just kind of, like, setting and praying.
Yeah, they have the problem that a lot of these archetypes have on the show, where it's just like they only have normal summons and like no real special summons. It's like they rely on you having really weak monsters because they get effects when they destroy stuff, but then you can't. This is the one I wanted to make. It's just Black Rose Dragon pretty much, but for 10 instead of 8, and you need a Durac Tuna.
Fantastic.
Honestly, when you were playing BES, I was like, okay, this might be not too much of a struggle, and then the field spell came down, and it's just like, oh god, I can't... Durac has literally no answer to this field spell. They have no removal. The boss monster immediately kills itself. That was episode 32.
I guess the streak continues. I really thought it was going to end, but I guess I didn't have faith in my shmups.
Yeah, I did have a reroll ticket for this loser wheel. I didn't wind up using it because I like Durac. Maybe I should have because this is not a good deck. But I gotta try again this week when I spin the loser wheel. You get your extra pack. Maybe I can beat this losing streak I have. Hopefully I'll get an archetype that can do something. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one.